You see the 14 team of Tony Stewart feverishly working on the front of their car. Stewart has hit something and it has put a big hole in the front of the grill, although Tony indicated he did not recall hitting anything at all, said he didn't feel as though he had hit any debris, but there's a hole about twice the size of a man's fist there in the front. So they're replacing the fencing part of the grill, which they also have to double check and make sure there's no debris inside the grill area as well. Now you see the replacement area, the area that they're going to replace, and now the fenced the grill area that's being used to substitute and replace. They've also got to make sure that they get the tape on the new grill just as the previous tape was addressed, so they make sure that aerodynamically they have the same handling car as well. So certainly an issue that Darian Grubb and company, Tony Stewart obviously included, did not expect to have to be dealing with in the early stages of this championship run.
He made that inside work. He was able to stay in the throttle and nobody held him back that time. He lost a couple spots last time he tried that. And the gas hard here though.
3 wide right in front of them. How about 4 wide? Stewart to the bottom.
Wow.
He's sure not being conservative.
That guy's on a mission.
He was 9th for the restart. 2 laps, he's 3rd. 2002, he was the champion. 2005, he was the champion, those driving for someone else. This time, he's an older driver, and he's become a 3-time NASCAR Sprint Cup champion. Tony Stewart wins it.
Kevin Harvick in that 29, he needed to get to the front because we've been watching him during commercial break. He was starting to overheat back in the pack. There goes Kyle Busch in the 18.
Oh, and he almost saved it, and he did. Oh, my goodness.
He's one of the few drivers that could drive out of that right there.
Yeah, but look at that front valence there. Going down on the flat and coming back up may have damaged that car.
Tony Stewart, our current champion, trying to pick up where he left off. Look at Kyle Busch there sideways again in that 18 car.
Well, he's driving really defensively right now. He's trying to keep Jeff Gordon behind him, and Jeff is working him over. Look at that. Jeff's going to move him up out of the groove and get by him.
Whoa, Busch is around. Can he save it this time?
Oh, there you go.
He does. He saves it. But there's a
Jeff Gordon's upside down. Jeff Gordon's upside down.
And Kurt Busch's car is destroyed.
Oh, my gosh.
1 mile to the finish line of the Budweiser shootout. Tony Stewart or Kyle Busch, who's going to win it?
I don't know if Kyle's got it. Remember what happened the last time these two were coming to a start-finish line back in the July race?
Smoke versus Wild Thing to the line.
He got him! He got him!
Wild Thing wins!
He got him! I ain't believing it.
Half a lap to go.
Wasn't that Michael just said I can't get up to him?
Yeah. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to lead every lap on July 4th at Daytona. His 4th consecutive NASCAR Busch Series Restrictor Plate win and his 3rd in 3 tries this season. Earnhardt Jr. takes the Winn-Dixie 250. Dominant performance tonight, leading all 100 laps.
Right now, 19 points below the cutoff line for Ryan Newman. Back up through the gears they go. It's Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski, and another great restart for the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Smoke in the tires, and 9's going to miss it. He gets into the wall. Race leader. Chase Elliott into the wall, and the caution will come out.
Unbelievable. He's going faster right now on the restart than he is at any other point during the race, and just gets into the corner too deep, has the front tires locked up. It's never going to turn with the front tires locked up. Major impact. It's just such a foreign thing for these drivers to be carrying more speed on a restart than you are on a normal lap.
He is so lucky. They just clinched into the next round of the playoffs.
During the commercial break, you looked over here and said, Chase Elliott still wins this race. We all said you were crazy. You were right. That car looked so good through traffic, Rick.
Chase Elliott out of turn 4. He'll make the last chicane, and Chase Elliott put on a dominating performance today. He'll win at the Charlotte Roval.
Talladega. I don't ever recall in the modern era anybody that had a more or a bigger speed advantage at a place like Talladega than on that given day.
There was no doubt that Bill Elliott was going to win.
And he is in a zip code of his own, which is where he was so many times during that entire season.
They were beating people on super speedways week in and week out. The competitors were all scratching their heads.
They were unbeatable. I mean, literally, I've never seen anything like it.
This is how much of an advantage they had over the fields, and you'll never see this again, never.
He gets down 2 laps. You know, 1 lap at Talladega is 2.66 miles. He ran Cale Yarborough down over 5 miles.
Do you realize how much faster he was than all the rest of the cars?
Maybe the fastest race car I've ever seen.
I just want to make sure everybody understands. He ran them down, passed everyone, ran them down again, passed everyone, ran them down again.
He made up 5 miles.
And them rascals made 2 laps up under green.
Under green.
Under green.
That's like you're out there on 8 cylinders and everybody else is on 4.
They had no competition on this day.
That's getting it done.
When Bill Elliott made up 2 laps on his own, that's when they should have said timeout.
People wonder, was it legal?
Every single thing you could possibly hear about that car on that given day has certainly come up.
When they got 2 laps down and just flat ran them down, should put in perspective how strong that engine was.
Hasn't mattered much all night to Kyle Busch as he sees the white flag. 1 more lap to go. Kyle Larson had some trouble and scraped the wall in turn 4. Maybe a right front down on that car, or maybe just ran out of brakes. But hand him a broom. Every lap tonight, from pole position, a clean sweep at Richmond for Kyle Busch. Checkered flag, and the only trophy of the night is going to go to Kyle.
Hey, I think we got cars out of fuel. The 48 car is on the back straightaway, stopped. 47 car is on pit road. Marty.
48 is out of fuel. He said, I have no fuel pressure. And I was watching Chad Canals, and his eyes lit up. Also, A.J. Allmendinger going by me. He is out of fuel as well. He asked him to switch a flip inside the car. Jimmy said, I already did that under caution. So out of fuel here for the 48 is Jimmy Johnson, who had worked his way back in the top 10. Now you can see the car is refired. He's telling him to pit right now, and he missed pit road. So he's going to have to come back around once again and pit.
This time by, coming out of turn 4. White flag in the air. One more time around for Jimmy Johnson. What an incredible race the 48 team and Jimmy Johnson have run. After having a long pit stop and going all the way to the back of the field, he's battled back. He's out front. He has punched his ticket to Homestead. Jimmy Johnson wins in Martinsville. Truex in turn 4 as the starter reaches for the white flag. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
What an incredible,
white flag in the air.
Race
He's going to make
the 78 team has put together tonight.
But if you've watched him all season, you're just wondering. A mile to go. Will he make it?
No, he's going to make it tonight.
Don't do that, Mike. He's fine. He's good. He's all by himself.
You know what? When you put yourself in this position, you earn the right to go get a victory like this. Great job to this team.
Off turn 4, Martin Truex Jr. for Single Car Furniture Row Racing wins at Charlotte. The Coca-Cola 600, his 4th career victory. And as Darrell said, the most dominating performance perhaps we've ever seen.
I've never seen anything like it.
In all my years, I haven't. I've never seen a car that was that good from the drop of the green to the drop of the checker.
He led 588 of 600 miles. No one in any NASCAR race has ever led that long.
See Carl Edwards in that 19 car bringing his car back down to pit road. There is a report of a flat tire. Remember, he missed his opportunity to pit under that last caution. He's been out there running, dropped well back in the pack, and now he limped his car into pit lane because they had that flat. And you'll see they're going to give him 4 fresh tires here while they take the opportunity and fill him up with Sunoco fuel.
The white flag is out. One more time at Darlington. Carl Edwards, earlier this year, won at Charlotte in a 600-mile race. And now the longest race of the year time-wise, down the backstretch for the final time. Carl Edwards, as he comes through 3 and 4, he'll see the checkered flag. He'll add his name to the legends that have won at Darlington. Carl Edwards wins the Southern 500.
Why, just give him a little touch to let him know I'm on the quarter panel.
Caution, a spin in turn 2. Caution is on the speedway. The leaders have it. Sterling Marlin has spun. Caution is on the speedway for the 7th time, lap 297. And it will be his 4th New Hampshire victory in 12 events. And of course, restrictor plate racing, it'll be the 4th win for Jack Roush. 2 at Talladega with Mark Martin, 1 at Daytona with Jeff Burton, and now 1 here in New Hampshire. So the testing, it all pays off. And folks, you've seen something that rarely happens. One driver leading every single lap in a NASCAR race.